my God. Hey, how are you guys, and welcome to the video. My name's Mark, this is Ollie. We're really excited to bring you along on this journey with us. We've been looking for a JDM car project to do for some time now. We've been keeping an eye out on car sales and keeping an eye on the auctions. We've been waiting for the right one to pop up for some time now. As many of you know, the price of these JDM cars has been going through the roof. So trying to find a good base for this project, it was pretty hard to do. When this Skyline came up at auction, we knew it was a bit of a risk, but we also felt like we had a chance that we couldn't pass up. I've owned a fair few JDM cars in the past, but this would be my first time doing a full resto ground up build on a car. This time, my little boy Ollie will be by my side for this whole build. We'll be going through the whole process step by step, sharing all the ups and downs along the way. Whether you're here for the Skyline, the build process, or just to see what it takes to restore a car like this. We hope you'll join us for the journey. Let's see what we've gotten ourselves into.
On 3058, 1998 Nissan Skyline R34. The land boat, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, the 4-door. 2.5 RB, there it is, RB power, baby. 4-door R34. Is it 8,000 meters away shortly today? It ain't been 8,000, it ain't been 8,000, it ain't been 8,000, it ain't quarter, it ain't 5, it ain't 5, it ain't 70, 80, 70, 9, and 9, and now 9, and now 9 quarter, and 9 quarter, and 9 and 250, and 9 and 250, now we've got a land boat, ladies and gentlemen, at 9 and 5, and 9 and 70, lost the spirit for a Skyline, at 10 and 750, at 10 and 70, and at 10 and 70, gonna sell, will sell, won't be here tomorrow, at 10 and 750, legs 11, 11, and 11,000, finish done, at 11 and quarter, 11 and 250, at 11 and 250, now 11 and 250, finish done, all 11 and 250, 11 and 5, 11, 750, around me away, at 11, 750, 11, 12, 12 to be at 12,000, at 12 to be at 12,000, at 12, 12 to be at 12, at 12 and 5, at 12 and a quarter, at 12 and a quarter, at 12 and 250, 12 and 5, at 12 and 5 to be at 12 and 5, finish done, all out at 12 and 5, at 12 and 750, at 12 and 7, at 12 and 70, finish done, all out at 12 and 750. At 13, at 13, at 13,000, at 13, at 13,000, finish done. At 13 quarter, at 13, 250, at 13, 250, at 13, 250, finish done, all at 13, 250.
I reckon we just bought the cheapest R34 in Australia. Our number one priority is going to be getting this registered in South Australia. So we've got a heap of stuff that we want to look over the car and see exactly what it's going to need, what it needs fixed, what it needs repairing, what needs replacing. It should be pretty straightforward. I think we're going to go over the car, have a look at all the issues and all the damage, and sort of give ourselves a list. We've got a whiteboard just up in the background there, so we can do a nice list so we can keep track of everything we're doing to it. Fingers crossed, it's just going to be the basics. I really hope we don't have to do any major work, but I'm open to it. You know, that's what this video process is going to be all about. So I really hope you guys can join us through this process. Chat with us if you have any tips or ideas, or you don't like what we're doing, or you think we've got a good idea of what we could do. Please feel free to comment below. We really encourage it. As far as plans for this car, like I said before, Ollie and I have been talking about a lot of things we want to do to it. We've got a body kit. We've got the 34 GDR front. We've got a paint job hopefully down the track, depending on what this one comes up like. Obviously it looks pretty bad at the moment, as you can see in the background. You can see that it's got the fingerprint dust all over it, which is from when it got stolen. So the police fingerprint it. And then it goes through to insurance, and then it goes through to the auctions, and that's how we ended up with it. All right, let's look over this car and see what we've gotten ourselves into. All right, let's go over the basics. So this is an R34 4-door. It's a Series 1. It's a 1998. So it's an early Series 1. This one was complied in Australia in 2007. We'll have a look at those details in a minute. We're going to do a bit of a walk around with Ollie and see exactly what kind of damage, what kind of issues we've got to deal with, because we do have to get this registered in South Australia. So we do need to do a what's called a tier 2 inspection, because we're bringing it from interstate to South Australia. So they're going to want to have a look over the car to get it registered here. They're going to look at the VIN number, the engine number. They're going to go over all the details and make sure it's all legitimate. Once they've done the tier 2 inspection and we pass that, which it should do with no issues, we've done a PPSR check on it, so there's no write-off. It's not a stat write-off. It's not written off. It's not listed as stolen or anything like that. So it's got a clear report on that side of things, which is really, really good and important. Once a tier 2 is done, they're going to want to do a road safety check. So they're going to go over the car and check all the suspension and make sure it's basically roadworthy here in South Australia. All the states in Australia have different rules for roadworthy certificates, which is a bit frustrating. So something you can do in Queensland and get engineered, you can't necessarily do here in South Australia. So we've got to get this car pretty much back to standard and get it ready for them to check over it, so we can get number plates on this and get it registered. Let's have a look around the body. So you can obviously see that it's got the fingerprint dust all over it. That's from the police. That's all pretty light, and it can be taken off pretty easily. You can see these blue lines all around the place. That it looks like lines that insurance have done around damage. So we've got damage there, damage here, we've got damage on the mirrors. Mirrors are pretty straightforward. You can either replace them or get them painted. Unfortunately, this sucks. I didn't see this in the auction photos. I don't know if you can see that on. So they've tried to pick the lock to get into the car when they stole it, and then they've just jammed the screwdriver straight through the door. So we're gonna have to get a new door shell. Unfortunately, we may have to do mirrors. The mirrors might be able to be sanded and fixed. These weather strips obviously are going to need to come off. They'll get replaced. They're cheap enough and easy enough to find. These pillars look like they've been wrapped in carbon fiber, so they'll be easy enough for us to wrap again later. All the back door handles will work, all the doors. So if you look inside the car, look in these door jambs. It's all glossy and nice. So I have a feeling once we give this a bit of TLC and a good cleanup, it's probably going to come up all right. I don't know why they wouldn't just pull the lever in the car, but they've jammed their screwdriver or so whatever they used in the corner of the fuel flap there. So this is probably my biggest concern at the moment, unfortunately. We've got a little bit of a damage down the side of the back quarter panel, which sucks. This light can screw in and push in straight again. It looks like they've backed into something, or maybe in a car park or something, and pushed that bumper in. All the rims, all standard R34 rims, definitely gutted. All scraped and gutted, but again, we don't need to worry about them too much. All these weather seals, and if you can focus on that, it's gone all brittle. So I have seen people selling these weather strips before, so we should be able to get our hands on a full set of those that are, you know, a lot better condition. Another mirror issue. Again, we can just chuck some new mirrors on there. It's not a big problem. The seal around the windscreen is definitely shrunk a little bit. We'll probably get that windscreen out when we get the car painted. So all those window seal rubbers aren't really a massive problem. They're gonna get replaced. Bumper, bonnet, pretty much all the major damage except for that driver's door are panels that get replaced when we do the body kit. So the front bar, the front quarters, the bonnet, the side skirts get done, the rear bar gets done. So 99% of it is getting replaced. So it's not the biggest issue in the world with the body. We're just hoping that mechanically the car runs and drives nicely. All right, let's hop in the car and have a look inside. So nervous. So like I said before, they got in through the driver's door. They smashed the lock, they forked through the actual door, the metal on the door. Inside the cars are not necessarily that bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. So the dash doesn't work at the moment. I have a feeling that they may have done the fuses when they did that to the ignition, unfortunately. But it does come with the factory gauges. Got the AC unit. Everything's pretty straightforward in here. Unfortunately, it is missing the top center console. Everything else looks pretty good. I reckon a good clean in here is gonna bring it up pretty bloody nice. I don't know what on earth is on that back seat, but again, we'll be cleaning that up. It definitely looks a lot worse on camera. In person, it actually doesn't look that bad. Bit worn on top of the gear stick. Even the steering wheel is a little bit worn, but the main thing is that it doesn't twist. That's what they're gonna be looking for the roadworthy. Let's check out the boots. Oh my God. It stinks. All the boot trim is there, which is awesome. Got some rugs. It actually stinks in here. I don't know what they've done. I'm going to close that. That's all looking pretty good. That's the outside. That's the boot. That's the interior. Let's check out under the bonnet. So we've got a RB25 Neo Turbo, RB25 DET under here. We've got some leaves as well. This one is, from what I can see, completely standard. Completely standard. Factory airbox, factory intercooler. We've got the intercooler under here. If you can see under there, got a little vent there so the air comes in the front. And it's got room to leave under there. Looks like someone's painted the rocker covers really badly before. All right, let's check the oil, see what it's got in there, make sure it's all good to go. Do you want to check the oil, buddy? So yep, just in there. Looks a bit black, if I'm honest, but it's definitely full. It's got oil, which is good. Definitely needs a good coolant flush as well, I reckon. Well, I reckon we're pretty much good to give it a start. Let's go get the keys. It all sounds all right. That's a big relief. So buying from auction, obviously you got no idea whether it starts or runs. It didn't say anything in the auction about it. But it sounds really healthy. No knocks, no nothing. So that's really, really, really good. So the main thing that I'm noticing at the moment is we don't have any dash lights. We've got no way to know if there's oil pressure or the coolant temp or fuel or anything. So what I might do is we're going to go through and flick some fuses and just check, because I assume they've done a bit of damage when they've hacked out the ignition barrel. All right, we've found a little faulty fuse. Now we've got dash lights. All the gauges work, all the dash lights work. We do have a check engine light though. I think check engine lights follow me around like a bad smell. So 211,000 Ks. Got voltage, got oil temp, we've got oil pressure, check engine light, no fuel, and some revs. I'm pretty happy with how everything's turned out. I was expecting a lot worse than what we ended up getting. So I think that kind of makes me feel a little bit better about the whole situation. No doubt about it, there is a lot of work that needs to be done in this car. But I'm all for it. I'm all keen to put it all on video. I'm all keen to do it with Ollie as well by my side, which is going to be awesome. I guess we're going to start ordering parts. There's a lot to do. First thing is getting it registered. I'm about to push her out, give her a wash. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Anything you can do to help our channel grow and push this out to more people, we're forever grateful, and I really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Thanks, guys.